Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's video. The purpose of today's video is three things mainly: to redo some of the things I did in the last video because I noticed that some parts was hard to hear me when I watched it on replay. That is why I'm wearing the headset this morning. Also, to show you the process of sublimating a tumbler. And since this is not a sublimation tumbler, I'm going to show you what happens when you attempt to sublimate on a substrate that don't have the sublimation coating. I got this tumbler whenever I was, actually before I started sublimation, whenever I was doing vinyl. So I know that it does not have the coating on it, but I want to show the process of sublimating a tumbler, and my dog decided to go crazy. So let's get started with that. I'm also going to redo parts, like I said, of the last video where I was on the computer. I noticed that when I was not facing the camera, you couldn't hear what I was saying. So let's go back to the computer. Get this. There we go. Okay, we are in Canva right now. One of the things I did in the last video was show a couple of other places that I like to get designs from. So we'll do that again. I'm going to go to Etsy, ETSY.com. And I am going to, I guess I got to sign in, but I'm going to sign out so that I can search it, because Etsy has already deactivated my account because they don't like me. Well, they didn't like the products I was selling, but anyway, that's in the past. So we are going to go into the search bar and we are going to search 20-ounce tumbler wrap. And we're going to see what comes up. So all of these are designs that you can buy. This one's $1. Looks pretty cool. I like this one, the 90s baby, because even though I was born in the 70s, I was raised with all of these cartoons. So basically with these, this was a pretty cool one, men's sublimation. Basically with these, what they are digital files. If you purchase one of these, you will get a digital design that you download to your computer and print with your printer. Now, if you don't have, say, for example, you don't have a sublimation printer, then instead of typing wrap here, you can do transfer, TRANSFER. And these, like this one right here, is $3. And I really like the design. It's pretty cool. It's one that I would like to do myself. So basically, this is a design that you can purchase. They will send to you already printed. All you have to do is press it with your tumbler press. And you can get, looks like you can get as many as you want. I can't imagine somebody needing that many. Okay. So you can get as many as you want. Oh, well, it goes over 500 anyway. So That is Etsy, and two options that you can choose on Etsy. Another place that I've gone a lot to get my designs is Creative Fabrica, Fabrica. Now what this is a subscription software, but once you subscribe, you have access to everything on this website. And yesterday when I looked, I'm going to go to graphics. There are currently almost 7 million graphics that you can have access to. See, and they're offering a free trial. You get to try all the products for free for a period of time. This here says they actually have over 7 million, almost 8 million. So I highly recommend this website. It's well worth the money. I think the teddy bear designs are really cool, just like this one right here. I always love pets, so you get access to all of this, and this is basically designs that you download to your computer and print. Okay, so we're going to go back over now to Canva and find the design. Since I did a patch yesterday, I am going to do a tumbler wrap today. So let me see if I can find one that won't get me in trouble. I do a lot of like sports teams and stuff. So this has been a very popular one for me. The M&M one, I'll do that one. Because with doing this one, it'll also show you that even though the tumbler is white, the tumbler is white, but anything that prints on the paper will be transferred to the tumbler. So this brown background here, the background on the tumbler will be brown, but all of these white areas will not actually print because sublimation don't print white. They will actually just be the color of the tumbler. This is why most of the time sublimation is done on white. So I'm going to make sure this is the right size. So I'm going to click on it and then come up here to resize, and trying to remember, I know it's not 8.5 by 11. Actually, what I'm going to do is go to the right size. So I will use, I'm going to grab this size right here, but I'm going to change the design to delete. In Canva, you just select the image and you click the trash can, and then I'm going to come over here to uploads and upload. So as you see, I've got a lot of uploads. I can make all these tumblers. This is actually a package that I got from a website on Facebook that sells sublimation tumblers designs. There's the M&M one right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background to be the same color as that brown. but I am also going to make this image bigger. So we're going to grab this little thing up here in the corner, and then we're going to click the plus sign. We're going to come down here and grab this little pen tool and come over here anywhere in the brown design and click it. And you see that the background has now changed to the color of the background of the design. So now we just grab our design, click anywhere in it, hold your mouse button down, and you can move it around. So we're going to take it to the corner, and then we're going to grab this thing here in this corner and hold the mouse button down and pull it out. Now, Canva, one thing I like about Canva is they make it easy to center an object. So click in the design, hold your mouse button down, and pull the design down. If you can see that pink looking line there, it's going across the center. That means it's centered there. And now the pink line that's coming vertically, right there, now it's centered both directions, and we are ready to flip it. We come up here to flip it horizontally, because when you print with sublimation and you're making a sublimation tumbler or anything on sublimation, you want the image to be backwards so that you're able to so when you press it onto the tumbler, it is going to be the right way. And I'll make sure that I put it on the right way today, because yesterday I put it on upside down. So anyway, we're ready to print. I have the printer set up behind me, and we are going to go to share. Okay, and then we're going to download. We are going to go to PDF print, and then click download again. Okay, when you get the download, I get mine at the top of the screen. Sometimes it's some computers that'll be down at the bottom. So when you get to this image, you right click, and then you go down to print. So now the printer thinks it knows what you want, but it don't. So right here in the more settings section, you want to make sure you click on actual size. Make sure it's ready to print on your printer. Mine is the ET4800 series, and then you can hit print, and it's going to print for us here in a second. There we go. This is the printer. Uh-oh. Okay, now it seems to be going good. So I'm going to print it again, but I want to show you what happened. So if you put a piece of paper in that is bent, it will mess it up on the corner. See, like it did right there? So now I'm going to make sure my paper is laying flat. And I'm going to hit print again. Print, more settings, actual size, ET4800, print. Most time, if this is the only printer that you have, it will automatically have that one selected. So here we go again, and it's going to do it again this one time. Okay, after some technical difficulties, I am back and finally have our design printed. I just had to do a little bit of printer maintenance, which I could possibly do in a future video. Cleaning the heads and unjamming paper. So I'm just going to trim it down now. Some people do this with a paper cutter. I just find scissors to be, just as effective and cheaper. Because the whole purpose of having a business is to make money. So our tumbler, we are going to take the top off. And we are going to make sure the design is right this time. And we are going to wrap it around the tumbler, just like this. Let me pull the camera down. So we're going to wrap it around, and it should overlap a little bit. And that's what you actually want, that, because then you shouldn't have a seam. And I did not cut mine straight. This tumbler is, remember, this tumbler is the wrong tumbler, so we're going to make it work. So you wrap your paper around, because this is a wrap, so it wraps all the way around the tumbler normally. And then you want to tape it with the heat tape. This is just not going to work. You want to make sure to get it as tight as you can. A lot of people will tape it all the way down the seam. I find that not really to be necessary. As long as you have 3 to 4 pieces to hold it in place, because you don't want it sliding while it's in the press. That's what it looks like. Keep in mind, this is not really going to turn out right, but this is the tumbler making process. So now make sure there's nothing inside. Now we're going to grab our press, and as I said yesterday, in case you didn't hear me, I don't heat tumblers as long as I did glass. So we're going to turn the press on, bring it in, and I usually do tumblers at 350. So we're going to see these controls are on top. You press the set button, and it's at 400 from yesterday. So we're going to bring it down, push the down button until you get to 350. Oh, went too far. And then hit set again. And I do tumblers at 90 seconds. So we're going to bring it down from the 120 to 90. Okay, actually went too far again. There we are at 90, and we're going to hold set until it clicks, and now it is heating up. We want to make sure the tumbler you know, it's tight, so we need to loosen it up because it's a little, it won't lock, so we need to loosen it up. We use the knobs on the top to do this, and you just want to do this until it gets to where it just locked. All right, so now we're going to take this out so the press can heat up, and we are going to get our gloves ready, because that little bit of time in the press and the tumbler's already hot. So with tumblers, I heat 2 times. With tumblers, I heat 2 times. I heat for 90 seconds. I flip the cup, and I heat for another 90 seconds. These gloves came with the press, so if you order this particular press off Amazon, it does come with the gloves, and I think it also came with some tape. I'm not real sure on that one. So we're heating up. We're getting ready to press our tumbler and reveal what happens when you use a tumbler that's not coated for sublimation. This is the same process that you would do on a tumbler that is coated. I just didn't have any of those, but I thought it would make a good video if you see what happens if you try to sublimate on a tumbler that don't have the coating. So we are now at 320. We got a little bit longer to heat up, and we'll get the press going. So if you find this tutorial helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I typically don't have a schedule of when I upload. I just mainly upload when somebody asks a question or I think a question needs to be answered. So we are heated up now. We're going to put the tumbler in, and we're going to press the button right here on the side to start the timer. We are going to press for 90 seconds at 350. And if you're watching this video and you have questions, please make sure to leave them in the comments, and I will make a video to answer them. We are at 62 now. Making tumblers is fun. There's a lot of people, like I think I said in yesterday's video, that does it. But one thing you need to keep up with when you're making your tumblers is trends, and try to keep in mind that you want to make the tumblers that other people won't, not the tumblers you want to make. So for me, football has been a big seller, but also football is trademarked, which is why I can't sell on Etsy no more. But I'm not doing trademark stuff anymore, so and we're almost ready for the first flip, but well, for the only flip. But there's a lot of trends out right now, and so we flipped it. We put the design, we put the seam side on the bottom, and now we're gonna press the button again. But so there's a bunch of trends going on. Maybe some popular movies. Barbie's big right now, and just have to keep an eye on what people want. That's the main thing. can't do it, can't build a business on what you think people want. Trust me when I say that, because I've actually tried that. I have a box full of tumblers right now that I'm trying to figure out what to do with, because I thought they were cool designs and apparently nobody else does. So we are 48 seconds away from revealing why you need a special coating to make a tumbler. My phone went off. I checked that. So, I'm gonna point this out. Whenever you smell, because whenever you're making a tumbler, you will smell the heat, the ink being baked into the tumbler. That's normal. If your press smokes, that's normal too. That's just the heat, baking the ink into the tumbler. And we are done. So, okay, so this is very hot. This is the reason we wear gloves. We're going to turn that off and turn this back around. So, most of the time you make sure you do hot peels, and right away you can tell that the paper is stuck to this tumbler. Remember, this is one that doesn't have the coating. Not only is the paper stuck, but as you can see, it's very light, and that's because it has a paper film on it that is not going to peel off because this is the wrong tumbler. So that's what happens when you don't have the sublimation coating. That's going to be trashed. But that's what happens when you don't have a tumbler with the sublimation coating. It does not turn out right. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope maybe it answers some of your questions. And like I said earlier, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I like doing videos on making things because I know that a lot of people want to start their own business or side hustle and make things and sell them. So that's what this channel is about. I've been in business about 2.5 years now and have learned some things, and I like to share my knowledge with my viewers or anybody that happens to search these videos. So that is all for this video, and I hope everyone has a good day.